Martin Budai's getting surgery. He was supposed to fight Rizwan Kuniev in December, but he got injured, so now Kuniev has a better opportunity taking on number 5 ranked Curtis Blades in his UFC debut February 22nd in Seattle. Bo Nickal on how he thinks the fight with him and Khamzat Chimaev would go.
But you look at me when I go out to fight, I don't think there's really a guy in the world at 86 kilos that could beat me in wrestling right now. It's hard to say exactly where he's at, you know? I think that he's good. He's got skills, but his biggest thing that's going to crush him, especially against a fight against me, is, dude, you're going to get tired. Like, you're going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this as the fight goes on. You're not going to take me down, which is your best attribute. So you're going to have to strike with me. I'm probably going to be able to take you down. Maybe I don't hold you down on the ground forever, but I can hold you down there for a little bit. And the longer the fight goes, the worse it's going to get. So here's the difference, you know, between Khamzat and I. But you look at me when I go out to fight, zero emotion, no emotion. I'm competing. I'm here to win. Him, he's charged up, he's screaming, he's yelling, he's coming out. But guess what? If you're gonna fight and beat the guys that are the best in the world, you gotta do it with your brain. What separates us is I have no emotion going out to compete, and I compete smart. He goes 100% from the jump, and I think that's allowed him to like have these highlights and to throw a guy down like Robert Whittaker and choke him out. But me and Robert Whittaker are two different. That's not the same. That's not the same thing. Yeah. He's not doing that to me. There's zero chance. I guarantee you there's 0.000% chance that he's ever going to do that to me.
At this point in his career, Khamzat's wrestling for MMA seems better. His submissions are better. His striking seems better. So we'll see what happens down the line. But right now, Bo Nickal is probably going to fight ranked opponents, but like closer to 10 to 15. Dominic Cruz getting ready for his fight next month, February 22nd in Seattle against Rob Font. It may be his final fight. He should be inducted into the Hall of Fame immediately if it is. Murad Dvalishvili probably can never go to the USCPI because Umar Nurmagomedov is always there and they don't want them running into each other. Team Habib is a pretty gigantic team that's always at the Performance Institute. They're going to be there all month until the fights happen. Chad Mendes likely fighting again soon. He says the big offers keep coming in and I'm still down to whoop some ass. Something big just happened, guys. Stay tuned. Chad last competed in BKFC against Eddie Alvarez. That was a great fight. Lost a decision, but it was a split decision, close fight, entertaining fight, and it went the full 5 rounds. Hopefully he competes again in BKFC because, yeah, that was very entertaining. Speaking of Eddie Alvarez and BKFC, additional seats added to Knucklemania for his fight with Jeremy Stevens on January 25th. That's also the same day as Bellator Dubai, so a lot of shit going on in the MMA/bare knuckle world that day. Also on the card, Rothwell versus Terrell and Starling versus Beck Rawlings, former UFC fighter Beck Rawlings. If you happen to go to that event, you'll see Conor McGregor, part owner of BKFC, in attendance there. The biggest gate in the arena's history. Oh yes, I'll see you all there. Bare knuckle action live from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Rumors continue to swirl that Conor McGregor will be fighting Logan Paul in India in a boxing exhibition later this year.
UFC チャンピオンになってってコメント来てます。
もうやり残したことってさ、それぐらいだからな。本当にちゃんと取り引かないとね。車中泊とかしてるやつは
見てますね。
あ、ペドロだ。What's up, Pedro? Why? Send that
やだ。
絵文字絵文字っていうの？
ナスって英語でなんて言うんだろう。
違う絵文字なんていうのあれ？
絵文字ってなんて言うんですかね、英語で。
絵文字かな。
絵文字なわけない。
違うじゃん。絵文字とか言うじゃん。
そうなの？絵文字？
わかんない。
絶対違うでしょ。
Michael Bisping asked Yuri Prochazka what he would do if Jamahal have done if Alex Pereira threw the gloves at him like he did to Jamahal Hill at the USCPI, and Yuri says he'd be like, let's fight. I think that's what some people wanted Jamahal Hill to do because he's the one who initiated that confrontation, but it didn't go down like that. Bruna Brazil getting ready for a fight with Wang Tong under the tutelage of Kyle Borralho. We need to get Borralho a fight. He was really wanting to fight Israel Adesanya, but that fight went to Nasruddin Amavov. So Borralho flirted with the idea of moving up to 205 and maybe taking a fun fight there, but he could fight Vettori. Vettori's asking for a fight. He says no one wants to fight him. They're right beside each other in the rankings, but these guys don't want to fight down. And Borralho's up, even though he's 6, and Vettori's not far off at number 7. Borralho's also doing some training with Alex Pereira. Julia Polastri is going to be taking on Yasmin Yaregi on March 29th in Mexico City. Polastri is a replacement opponent. That Mexico City card, so far the biggest names on that card are Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. They'll surely add more fights as the time approaches. Former UFC fighter Jared Van Der thinks matchmakers should do a better job. He's trying to get fights and having trouble doing so. He was supposed to fight last month in Alberta, but after a fighter died in that province, they canceled MMA events.
I swear, some of these pro matchmakers need to be fired. They can't find fights for anybody. They keep the same fighters on roster, and oh my god, they're boring to watch. Oh, but they're my friends. Good for you. Now people only get to see these 5 fights and no one else. Mix it up. If you're going to be a fucking matchmaker, look for good matches.
Now that Dana White is on the board of Meta, Meta employees will now earn $1 to show and $1 per app. Can't wait for the judges to be replaced by AI. Some of them are like fossils with their terrible scorecards. Yeah, they are, and they could use AI technology for that. I know the PFL has an AI score. It's not the official one, but it does a pretty good job. But for the immediate future, they're going to use AI for rankings. Power Slap going to be on every feed in the world when you open up Facebook and Instagram now. Yeah, it's true. It probably will. Dana White's come a really long way. A few years ago, he might have been dismissed by some as some crazy guy running a cage fighting league, but now he's in the inner circle with Trump. He's on the board of Meta, so he's come an extremely long way. TBD's a savage for fighting twice on the same card in 2 divisions. At UFC Seattle, TBD taking on Chiesa, TBD taking on Njokuani, TBD takedowns by decision, trash but durable. And trivia question of the day. Which fighter in 2018 fought 5 times in the span of just over 10 months in the UFC? Post your answer in the comments. Like, subscribe, and donate via Super Thanks.